Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the late start there. I had a patch and I had a bunch of people texting me and taking care of business and the dog and her cable's too long and whew. So, sorry about that. I do apologize greatly. I was in a bit of a yeah. So, but here we are, and all set to start on our main story questline in Heavensward. Just FYI, there is going to be spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, now is your time to go ahead and click away. Though I would encourage you to go over to my YouTube, where I have started with A Realm Reborn and gone forward through the main story quest line, and those are totally available on my YouTube to watch. So that is absolutely something that you can do. So yeah. Ethernet. Okay, now where am I going here? The Forgotten Night. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Still got some things going on. Just taking care of them. Sorry, they will be done soon, so yeah. And they are important. I'm like coordinating between professionals and whew. Alright, where? Oh, there's a bottle on the floor. I never noticed that. Okay, where am I going? I just assumed it was in here. Oh, it's next door. It's next door. Ah, I get to talk to Lucia. Hey, Lucia. Okay, she says the Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Okay. Sure enough, Lady Illuminati informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Elfinold says, then the Archbishop is somewhere in this sea of clouds. Lucia says, or was not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, Helenarthi has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. Ulfenod says, I think we both know who the perfect candidate, Nyra. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Sky Steel Manufactory. Lucia says, I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. And hi! Okay. The Sky Steel Manufactory. Right, that's where I need to go. I knew that. Just testing y'all. That's all. There we go. Oh yeah, it's up here. Up here and around the corner. And no, in here. Right, that's right. I knew that. Don't talk to that guy. He's the job quest. I don't want to pick up any new jobs. Good. Okay, Sid says, "Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately?" Alphanode says, "You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start." Sid says, "He was a good man." Alphanode said, "Sid, have you ever heard of Leia? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled." Sid says, "No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. Of course, diabolical as he may be." Sid continues, "From what he told Nyra, the Asians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the ultimate weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it." Oh, well, that makes more sense. Alphanode says, as if we needed another reason to pursue him." Sid says, "Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart." Sid walks off and then turns and says, "Heh, it's just as well. After pulling you out of the fires these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it." Then he continues out the door. Okay. Quest complete. Okay. Okay. Alphanode. Hail. Alphanode says, "Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Pray, go ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon." Yay! We get to cause havoc! Alright, can we jump this? Yes. Alright. Where are we going? Yep, that's where we're going. Teehee. It's like this way? Oh, those are stairs. Teehee. No, it's back this way. Oh, here we go. Here's Sid. Hail, Sid. Cutscene! Yay! Sid says, "The boys have been hard at work preparing for your flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart." Yay! Sid continues, "This is as soon as a certain..." Welcome to the party, Alphinold. Alphinold says, "Pray forgive my lateness. Tataru and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Onward and Royal are pursuing promising leads." Ooh. Come, or Sid says, come, come. We can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. All right, let's go. Speak with Sid at the airship landing. Okay, now we get to take. Now, bleh. If I can speak clearly, that would be awesome. Now we get to talk to Wedge. Alright, Wedge, what say you? Wedge says, the others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise, Nyra. Shall we get going? Boy, they sure like seeing the Enterprise a lot. Yes, let's board. Let's go. Hoorah! Sea of Clouds is where we are.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted.
Most of them are small, but yes.
In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
Wait, something's following in our wake? But I thought we were pursuing trouble. Interesting. Let's talk to Elfinold. Oops. Okay, Elfinold says, from here, Camp Cloud Top looks rather far. Be on your guard, Nyra. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Okay. Alright. Alphano continues. Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she'll come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. Okay. Oh, my nose. Okay. Can I fly? No, I don't fly. Ooh, ether current. I will definitely take that. Let's see, where am I at on those? Travel, ether, turning mists. Lots of quests. Are there quests on the thing? Oh, I don't see any. Boo. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it wants me to go... Yeah, right here. There's a destination point. Doesn't say destination though. Why not? Oh, because I need to do... Look out. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Let's see. You search the skies for Soleil, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. Okay. Alright, let's go up there. Alright, here we go. Look out. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Oh, but we have a duty call. Somebody saw something. Or is going to shortly. Alphinaud says, mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Question mark says, begs mercy of netherlings, does not fight, does not wish to die. Alphinaud says, was that a Vanyo being attacked? But by whom? Well, let's go run over and find out. Oh. Those kind of look like Imperials, don't they? Alphinaud says, over there! Alphinaud, Imperial troops! I was correct. They're Imperial troops. Imperial Centurion says, Ishgardians, seize them! They'll know where the airship is. Oh, interesting. Alphinaud says, the enemy at my enemy. I have no choice. With me, Nyra, protect the venue. No choice, he says. Okay. Imperial Sir Healer. That looks like it might be a healer. Whoops. Devastated. Wait. Whoops. Why am I not...
Protect me!
Weird. Oh, wow. A lot more coming. Alright. Ooh, this is hurting. Is that a healer? Name is suspiciously similar, so down it goes. Let's get this one on Alphinaud off. So I'm sure he's just fine. There we go. Ow. Okay. Oh, perfect. Oops, wrong button. Oh. Okay, down it goes. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's the button I'm looking for. Okay. Looks like everything's down. Okay. Duty complete. Lanu Venu. Lanu Venu says, Netherlings save Lanu Venu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Wait. Isn't the squall a storm? Huh. Lanu Venu says, Lanu Venu knows that what wind bears underlings to cloud sea. Or knows not what winds bear netherlings to Cloud Sea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. You're welcome. Alright. After accepting a quest, Lono Venu continues. Lono Venu owes much and more to netherlings, as saviors, as heroes. Zendu welcome you. Zendu? To village we go. To north. Come. Alright. Alphinaud says, so the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Venu knew something of his whereabouts. It would seem so. Methods notwithstanding, they may have the right of it. Yeah, they might. I conclude that we should accept Leno Venu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. Okay, Alphinaud, you just said what you could have said in like 3 words. Let's follow the Venu. Okay. I'm done. Okay, where do we need to go? Looks like we need to go this way. Ooh, there's an ether current. I want it. Yeah, I don't think so. My ether current. Perfect. And down it goes. Alright, ether current. I think that leaves 3 more that I need to get where there aren't quests. So. Cool. Alright, and I need to go... yeah, that way. Somebody built a rickety bridge between islands. Wonder what happens if the islands drift. Because that's pretty solid, like, wood. It's not like a dock. It's like on floats or something. Oh. That's a named. It's higher level than me, so I'm just going to go this way. Alright. Lano Veno. Ooh, cutscene. Lanu Venu in cutscene says, like breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, netherlings. Lanu Venu throws wide arms in greeting. Behold, Ok Zendu. Oh, hey, there's an ether crystal, which I'll probably forget to attune to. Alphinaud says, a far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vondu, I think. Yeah? Yeah, they wanted to beat me up. Lanu Venu says, ha! Vondu bolster and blow, hither and yon, sound and fury like aimless gale. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, what's that? Lanu Venu says, what unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? Probably our missing airship. Oh, that was a whale sound. Sid runs up and then says, there you are. Did you see it? It's that damned flying whale again. The Imperials are after it. Interesting. Why are they after the whale? Alphinaud goes, where? Sid nods. Lano Venu says, the white. Ooh, ominous shadow. There it is. Side fins like the wings of a bird. Sid says, he's wounded. Ooh, like scenting blood. Whoa, what did he just eat? Elfina goes, by the 12, did the beast just eat that island? Yeah, he definitely ate something. Lana Venia says, oh, insatiable white. Oh, devourer of worlds. Why must you torment us? Lanu Vanu continues, bah! Lanu Vanu wastes no more words on his unphantomable deeds. Come, netherlings. Come and break words with Chief of Zondu. Alright, let's go. Don't forget the Aether Crystal, Nyra. Aether Crystal. I'm so bad at that. Yes, it's necessary to keep reminding myself. Okay. We're tuning. There we go. We successfully remembered. Oof. Alright, where's that quest? Here we are. Okay. Lonu Venu says, with wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as cloudless blue, Sonu Venu speaks for Zondu. Hearken to his words. Okay. Cutscene. Lanu Venu says, otherlings deliver Lanu Venu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr winds and brings before you with all haste. Sonu Venu says, soft rains to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sano, chief of Zondu, is boundless. Alphanode says, we are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alphanode Liliver, and these are my companions, Nyra Wulfenshade and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the sea, in the Cloud Sea. Sonu Venu says, like to black steel shod contraption from which you save Lanu Venu? Alphino says, alas, no, that ship belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest white, and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lano Venu says, wait, Lano Venu hear tell of these netherlings. Alphanel says, you do? Are you certain? Sonu Venu says, as sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zondu scouts can testify to the words of Lanu Venu. Lanu Venu says, aye, winds carry purpose of netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek key to Sid goes, now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sanu, what exactly is this Alice Lay? Sanu Venu says, beware, netherlings, for the blackest clouds pretend greatest dangers. Look not into heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. Oh, tempting fate. Lanu Venu says, but the white devours isle where key is kept. Deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck it lies, beyond reach of the foolhardy. Sid says, and beyond ours. Sanu Venu says, rejoice not in his gluttony, Lanu Venu, for as stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the white. Lanu Venu says, this he knows, Chief Sanu. Madness of Vondu bodes ill for all Venu. Devourer of Worlds. Complete. Does this mean we get another trial to unlock? So we can get that key? Maybe? Okay. Alphinold. What say you? Alphinold says, so Alice Lay is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key which the Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavensward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Yay! Get a trial! Alphino continues. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with the Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the white. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. Yay! Information gathering. Just means we gotta run around and talk to a bunch of people. Or birdmen. Lanu Venu. Lanu Venu says, if netherlings seek knowledge of the white, then speak to Kanu Valley, foremost keeper of tales. Okay, maybe I just could talk to one person. Lanu Venu continues, but neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, netherlings must greet Kanu Valley with a bow. Okay. So we have to bow to him first before we can talk to him. Let's see, where do we need to go? Looks like down here. Over? It's not done. Who are we talking to? Oh, here we go. Alright. First, let's see what they say if we don't bow. They say, what ill-mannered beast comes before Kano Valley and begs to hear tales? None who deserve aught. That much she knows. Okay. Well, let's bow. Oops. Bow. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, Kanu Valley says, zephyr winds at your back in sunshine to warm your brow. Traveler from below. Kanu Valley, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. In times long ago, in lands elsewhere, before even the clouds see, the white is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated, the white is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again, for merciful gods rise him to the heavens, where he is reborn. The white still longs for the sea which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw. From hence came the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below and sees the others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he rises up isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea, which are such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. But this demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vandu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them? Kanu Valley knows no tales like this. Okay, that was interesting. Now you get to go talk to Elfinold. I'm kind of happy you wouldn't have to go talk to like 5 different villagers. Alright, here's Elfinold and Sid. Oh, okay. So far we just looked at each other and scratched our chins. Now Elfinold's saying, so according to the Vanu, the sea of clouds and the floating isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Sid says, gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungracious. Gods, eh? But what of you, Elfinold? Did you learn aught of value? No. Elfinold says, alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. Okay. Sid says, sky fishing? My God, that's it, Elfinold. My boy, I could kiss you. After everybody looks at each other and scratches their chins some more, Sid says, from what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. Okay? With you so far, Sid? Sid continues, what I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the sea of clouds, in essence fishing for our flying whale. Okay. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide, and then reel it in close, enabling our resident icon slayer to engage it directly. Elfinold says, a bold plan, Mr. Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Nyra fail to subdue the creature, she would almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your appetizing island. This is not wrong. I nod. Aren't you at least a bit concerned for your safety, Nyra? Sid says, oh, she won't fail. And if anything does go wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow her out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Okay, thank you, Sid. Alpha Note says, nor I. I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well? Sid says, not at all. The more, the merrier. Right then. It seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. Well, you two need to find me some bait. And not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful at most. Excuse me. Ooh, Aether Current. Yay! I think it's my first quest one in this zone. Alpha Node says, well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. By way of a first step, I propose we speak with Chief Sanu. If the Zondu are as concerned by Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe, they may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. This is true. I mean, I'd be concerned if I'm living on the islands and someone starts eating them. I mean, might take a bite out of my village. Ouch. Oh, I need to go up. Up, 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 up. Okay, here we go. Magically, Alpha Node is up here now. That was a little weird. He teleported. Okay. Sonu Vanu says, the Tanamontun is upon us, the White Feast, and the Vendu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, or Alpha Node says, hear me, Chief Sanu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs, given form by the Vendu, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Ooh, there's an Aether Current over there. So if Alpha Node continues, yet it need not be this way, Chief Sanu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Sanu Vendu says, motes against the tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sanu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tarmontane can turn to the Poneti. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zondu scouts the manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. Alpha Note says, we shall not fail, Chief Sanu. On that, you have my word. You shouldn't promise such things, Alpha Nold. Alpha Nold turns to Nyra and says, come, Nyra, let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. And I'm gonna go get that Aether Current. Aether Current. Aether Current. Yeah. Boop. Okay, and then we need to go This way? Yeah, over here. How do I get over there? Okay. Well, hopefully this bridge is exactly what I need. I think so. I think this is the way I need to go. Hope so. Looks like should be getting, there we go. Yep, that's where we need to go. Okay. Wonder where that trial is at for unlocking. Oop, there's an ether current. Woohoo. And you are going to leave me alone. You. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay. And goodbye. Oh, so close. Okay, now it's gone. Alright, ether current. I think that was 2 more. Let me see here. Journey math. Okay, yeah. See you close. Nope, that's all of the ones out in the wild. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Now we speak with Sid. Hail Sid. Sid says, our Asgardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition. And we've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Now that sounds like protection I can get behind. Sid continues, rest assured, we've chains to spare, every link forged by the manufacturer's master craftsmen. If you've any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons and were not found wanting. Ah. Okay. Alphanode says, it pleases me to inform you that the Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. Sid says, then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Nyra, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Okay. This is when we get to queue up. Wedge says, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit, but I can't help being excited all the same. So tell me, Nyra, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Yes. Let's go. Wedge says, after you then, Nyra. All aboard. Yep. It is now accessible. Okay. Does it have a gear requirement? No. It's a trial. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and queue up with it. Okay. If this takes oh wow, it's got 30 minutes wait time. Yeah, no. Let's go like this though. Let's ask this dude. Hey, you need to kill the wild. Thank you. heals. Pop. Yeah. Invite to party. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Join. And spontaneous? No. Still says 30 minutes though. Oof. Did I switch? Yeah, I switched. I'm in white mage. No problem. Yeah, it looks like it'll take a minute. Okay, this shouldn't take 30 minutes for this queue. Oh, well, that'd be cool. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That would be awesome. Alright, it doesn't, let's see, time elapsed, it doesn't have a place number. Well, okay. Oh, we just popped. Okay. Sweet. We get to go in. This is awesome. Yes. That was not very long. I think that was like less than 5 minutes. So, yeah. Pays to be a healer sometimes. It's occasionally a tank too, but... Big ugly, you going down. Alright, here we go. Oof. Okay. Why is nobody shooting her? Oh, because we have these guys. Okay. Heal. Heal. Okay. That one's dead. They're all dead. Okay. No, they're all down. Okay. Bonk. Just give everybody a hot. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're getting his armor off. Okay. Get that. Ooh. Yeah, that freaked me out for a minute there. Ow, what was that? Both healers are down. skills down. Is there anybody who can move? What? Huh. I must have stood in something. I like the sealer. Okay. Let's try that again. Get so many spam calls. Stop. Thank you. Okay. Well, let's go. Boom. Okay. And then Bergman? No, not yet. There they are. Okay. So far, so good. That's okay. And then right. Okay, got it. Okay. And over it comes. Everyone helps. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Watch out. Whatever it was. Right? No. Excuse me. Ah. Nope, 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 nope. Nah, uh-oh. Okay. It didn't kill me. I'm good. Go. Everyone hot. Watch the tornado. You sir need a good heal. Alright. Okay, everything's down. Now. Oh. Is he gonna try to eat us? Ooh, that's a pretty sword. Nope. More ads. Ouch. And another hot. He'll be fine. Okay. And looks like we're gonna drag him over again. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I wasn't fast enough to get off. But I think we killed it. Yay! Second time's the charm. Okay. Thanks for the party. Yay! Oh, no members. I gotta calm. I didn't calm anybody. Dang it. Ah, that must be the key. It is ours now. Ooh, echo. Crystal vision? Yep. We're hallucinating crystals again, guys. We've marked an X. Oh, that's a beautiful color. Not the green, but...
Warrior light, beloved
disembodied voice.
Edelin, O maiden. Darkness, light to none.
I don't think that's Heidrun.
Hearken. Receive a blessing, small.
That... Heidrun's one is usually more clear than that. Ascian. And the Archbishop.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, Warrior of Light? Ah, how much you have grown. Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
She has what we seek.
That she does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag.
Uh-oh.
I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
This is not good. This is not good.
My thanks to you, Ascian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck.
I'll be coming for that. Just so you know. You don't get to keep it.
Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
You're crazy. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, something answered. Don't worry, I'll come for you too. You and your beautiful bow.
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
I think you can write antiquity by telling the truth for once. Just saying. What is that? It's massive. That's a lot of islands. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, whoops. Okay. Alphinaud says, Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed within the engine room and heard not of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations? Ooh, ether card. Yes. Okay. Oh, a wind-up Sid minion. Alphinaud says, Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu's islands from being consumed in so doing. The Zondu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sanu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. Okay.
Wait, something is amiss.
Uh-oh. Imperials. This is not good.
Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Yeah. No, Ben, no, yo.
Reveal yourselves at once!
At least one of us should skittles. What are you doing walking out into the open? Ah, come on. This is warfare. Skittles become a blade of grass.
There I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken. Just as Huayr observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world.
Protect your corner.
'Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
It's not good.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Well, that was precise aiming.
Where did that come from?
He came from Alphinaud's fingertips. He raised his hand and fire fell from the sky.
Take cover!
Oh, Mazitech. It's pretty.
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
Oh, hello. That,
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
Yeah, okay.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
It must be important. Very important. Okay. Alphinaud says, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Golemold, Varys Zos Galvas, in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the Litigus, of whom the centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such idle speculation. Pray, return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to appraise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Okay. Where do I need to go? Ah, up. Yeah, okay. I think it's the right way. No, I need to go more this way. There we go. Alright. Wait. Over here. That's right. Over here. Okay. Oh. Both of them? Okay, fine. Oh, shoot. I gotta watch paint dry. Boogers. Okay. Now we can talk to Sid. Let's switch to... Oh, there we go. Alright, Sid. Sid says, thank the 12 you're alive, Nyra. When the battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Ulfenald. What in the seventh hells happened out there? Well, you see, we saw the Emperor. Sid says, first the Archbishop turns up with an Ascian in tow, and now the God's damned Emperor pays us a visit? What is this? A procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? Alphinaud walks up and says, no one so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zondu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards, Nyra. There was much talk of westerly winds. Okay. Lucia says, miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zondu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. Alphinaud says, I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Oak Zondu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varys is only interested in reaching Alisle. Sid says, speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well. Shall we? Yes. Let's go hunt them down. When I get the minion of said. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the character minions. I more like the objects and the animals. Maybe I'm just a little weird. I also like teddy bears. Well, teddy bunnies, but yeah. Wow, that fits up there on deck. Okay. Alright, so it says, lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Alice lies in that direction, we'll find it. Something lies there. Sid continues, the Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch 'em. You'll see. Quest accepted. Alright. I got sniffles.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again. Least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sasjunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
Oh.
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich.
Interesting.
It was his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him. But I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons.
Yeah. Emerich's pretty cool.
He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
Yeah, that would be kind of concerning.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Still, you are a
My
spy.
sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close. Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Aziz's Lair should be.
Hold on, everyone.
We're entering in a nebula. Space clouds. I mean, that's what it looks like. Alright.
Look! I think that's it.
That's something.
Chief, is that
Is what?
Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
Oh.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
Don't keep burning into it.
I've lost the auxiliary propeller.
Sid, it's no use. We must return to Ishgard and find another way.
God damn it all. Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Okay. Back at Ishgard. And Sid says, "Ugh, we barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our scar fishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you could walk away from, as they say, I can only presume that the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key." Faith drives this. Okay, Alphinaud says, assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Alice Lay. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Alright, let's go have an audience. Let's do this real quick, though. No reason why I should sit around in my inventory collecting cyber dust. Alright. Alright, and we need to go over here. The Forgotten Night, yeah. I knew that. Yeah, you're right. Alright. Temple Night Guard. Asking audience, thank you so much. Alright. Sir Nimerick. Hail.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But
Yesterday could
evening,
probably do it.
I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
Just told her?
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram.
Yeah.
Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
That's funny. Okay. Exit. Okay, looks like we need to go to the Forgotten Night. Reckon. Whee. Yep, there we go. There's Tataru. Alright, Tataru. What's going on? Tataru says, "Welcome back, Nyra. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies?" Yeah, more like they caught up with us. Tataru says, "So you finally arrived at Alice Lay, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Nyra. We'll get to Alice Lay yet." Okay. Alright, Tataru. What'd you find? Tataru says, "When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient water course beneath the city, right?" "Yes." "Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Udam, I asked Marshal Tarupin to have the tunnels searched." Illogical, or Alphinaud says, "Illogical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Y'shtola, was it not?" "That's, yep." "Dare I ask what the Marshal found?" Tataru says, I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. Often it says, I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Oda. He will wish to be present as well. Tataru goes, yes, sir. Okay. Right. I should just teleport. Alright. Let's go find out what's up. Sorry, coughing. Oh, right, I run out. That's right. I'm so used to lumens, where it's like you can, yeah. Anyway. Boing, boing, boing. Oh. Urianger. Hi. Ooh. He says, as thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not do be the same? Never shall I concede them lost till I have seen proof of their passing. Oh, Urianger, you're so sweet. Alright, back to the quest. Cutscene! Alphinold says, we are grateful for your assistant, Marshal Tarupen. Pippin says, you saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Tataru says, forgive my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Pippin says, yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. The entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the mineral concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of 12 crystal braves. Okay. Alphinold says, go on. Pippin says, be at ease, Master Alphinold. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for help. And then there is this. Oh, that's Y'shtola's. Tataru goes, Y'shtola's wand. Pippin says, I had assumed as much. Urianger says, if I may, Marshal. Oh, he's examining it. Okay. Well, he's putting on his examination gear. Okay. Urianger says, 'tis as I did surmise, judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath absurdly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Alphinold says, namely? Like, come on, Andre, spit it out. Urianger says, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the Lifestream flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its containing ether, that the caster might enter the Lifestream and ride its currents thereby. Upon the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. Alphinold says, all of which would suggest she managed to escape. Oriondre says, would that it were so simple. I know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbid the use of the spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe onto his destination, another would be set adrift in the Lifestream, never to emerge. Tataru goes, what? No, you can't mean. Oriondre says, be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Ishtola's passage hath left traces in the Lifestream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. Offenald says, to the sigil excavation site, then. Oh, thanks for your aid, Marshal. Pippin says, do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Yshtola's safe return. All right. Okay. How do we get there? Okay. Yeah, let's teleport there. All right. Excuse me. Urondre. Urondre says, evidence of Yshtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. Alright, cutscene. He's removing his gear? No, I think he put it on. Yeah. Okay. He's looking. Oriondre says, the trail leadeth to the north and east, onto the bosom of the Twelves Wood. Offenald says, are you certain? Oriondre nods and says, aye, there's no mistake. Thither hath Yshtola journeyed. Offenald says, and yet the Garleans have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. Oriondre says, if it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the Lifestream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be reformed. Eesh. Elfenald says, "We have no time to waste, Orionje. Pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Nyra, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridonia and pension the Elder Seedseer's aid." Alright. Yeah. Gridonia. Conjurer's Guild. Yep. Elfenald. And Tataru. Alright, Elfenald says, "It is said that the elementals perceive the Lifestream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its mist, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen Pagel. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Can-e Solna without delay." Alright. Elfenald continues, "I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seedseer, but she will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted." Alright, let's skittles. What are we waiting for? Silent Conjurer. Yep, please let me in. Thank you. Alright. Elder Seedseer. Elder Seedseer says, "Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay." Elfenald says, "It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death." And he explains to her the situation. Elder Seedseer says, "I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the Lifestream. As you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However..." Further discussions, it looks like.
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be reached with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, Naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Okay.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Sweet. Let's get Y'shtola back. Alright, Tataru, hail. She says, if memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Yumhitra, I think. I'm not sure. Yumhitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of Saint Cornarch. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Aetherial Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. Sorry about that. Spam calls. Okay. Do we need to go? Yep, we do. Sprint. All right. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. Hey, yeah, she does kind of look like Y'shtola. Alright. Cutscene. Yumhitra says, yes. Is there something you require? Lady Yumhitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphinaud Lurifer, and this is Tataru Turu. Your sister has been lost. Yumhitra says, so you are my sister's comrades in the silence of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell, of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. Alright. Let's go find Y'shtola. Everyone's here.
let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the Lifestream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
Okay. We got some action. Sparkly lights.
There.
Oh.
Now!
Are we pulling her out? Thought we were just finding her, but oh yeah, let's pull her out. Yep, looks like that would be Y'shtola. And I don't think she's wearing anything. I'm happy for the lights. This is good. There we go. Yep, we found her. Is she alright? I don't know, she hasn't moved. We are being held off.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
Okay.
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
I guess she's alive? Unless she's not and they're telling us to pray. Okay. Tataru! What say you? Tataru says, "What is Y'shtola?" Just seeing her face again, it's... Oh, I've been so worried. Oh. She's up and awake in that picture, so she must be fine. Tataru says, Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. Good. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for your Shola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for those items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leather Workers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with the Mistress Giva and Brother Isolmion, and they ought to take care of you. Alright. Let's go do that. Excuse me. Wait. His name is Bookworm. Leather Workers Guild. Which is, usually go to the Leather Workers Guild. It's here, I think. I guess not. Did I go to the wrong place? Surely not. Just the wrong door. Guildmaster. Sorry. Giva says, "What is it? I am a busy woman, so be quick about it. If you wish to place an order, speak with Randall." Here to retrieve an order from Mrs. Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was a small coupe, working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. The payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by chemical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. Interesting. Alright. Alright, now where else do I need to go? Oh, right. Conjurer's Guild. I knew that. I need to go all the way down the tunnel, too. Hail Isolmion. He says, "Greetings, Nyra. I trust you have been well. Is there aught you require of me?" "Ah, yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it." Ooh, that'd be an awesome gift for Shola. Alright. I'm guessing we need to go back to the inn now. Here we go. Tataru, I got your stuff. Tataru says, "Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope." Yep, I got them. Here you go. Tataru says, "Ooh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Jiva is a master among masters." And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Nyra. Teehee, I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Yes, let's go see Y'shtola.
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the Lifestream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
This is true.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well. I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru.
Is it just
Let us
me or
find
is
our
Y'shtola's
friends
eyes
and rebuild
different?
the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Yeah. Oh. I like the metal on that. Much better to have a staff than her wand. That's a nice
Tataru
staff,
has
though.
apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
I thought for sure Y'shtola would be able to do that.
But I know of one who could.
Ah!
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Y'shtola says, in my youth, I had the honor of studying under Montoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master was ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Erosia, some 15 years ago, the citizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Montoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives as a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. Ulfenold says, so it is to the Jarvinian hitherlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Aliastair and I were born as Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Y'shtola says, oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. Alphina goes, I believe you may have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Quest accepted. Alright. Ishgard. You go to Ishgard. Oh, it's right there. Right there. Ulfenold says, Sharlayan is situated in the Jarvinian hitherlands. To go there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Jarvinian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Nyra, Y'shtola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Tataru says, yes, sir. Ulfenold says, first, let us make for Tailfeather. Okay. And I'm going to be right back. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, right. Hail Y'shtola. Y'shtola says, a long soak in the Lifestream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Right. Excuse me. Y'shtola says, I believe I am significantly rested. Let us continue west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Jarvonian Hitherlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. Okay. Okay. Isn't that... Yeah. Interesting creatures. Oh, there we are. Aw, it's a baby dragon. It's so cute. Kolmgan says, I don't understand. Man is not fit to battle with dragons. Nevertheless, I will do as father asks. Okay. Okay. Calm Squirsh. He says, how dare you do such a thing to Calmgarn? You may have beaten him, but your games end here. Alright. Sorry about the cat in the background. He's fine. He just gets vocal sometimes. Okay. Colmcor says, what trickery is this? I will not let you make a mockery of me and my brothers. Well, I will make a mockery of you then. Whee! And there's your mocker. Okay. The whelps have been taught that humans are not to be taken lightly. Alright, looks like we have to go up. We're on the right one, right? Oh, did I do that? Hmm? A lesson in humility. Oh, I am doing the wrong quest. Oh, I need to go there. Okay. Well, still teleporting here was a good idea. I'll do that one later. Right now, let's get over to the Heatherlands. Can we go through here? Looks like we can. I think I see the passage wall. Whee! Boingy, boingy, boingy. Ah, yes, it is open. Whee! Alright.
to the Thalaic River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
Strola says, Montoya dwells on the far side of the Aetherial River. Let us search for a crossing. Everybody nods. So much nodding. Okay. Well, ooh, ether crate. Stop teasing me. Oh. One second. Watson, I am not opening the gate. You were fighting with Ember. No, not opening the gate. You need to be in timeout. Sorry. Sometimes, like, brothers, they just need a little bit of time apart. He's an old cat, so he doesn't just jump over the gate. So when they need a little time apart, usually I can just close the gate and Ember will jump over it and take his piece. So, yeah. Usually he's quiet after that. Okay, so I need to find a way across the river. I also want to find an ether crystal. Because if I don't find an ether crystal, I'm never going to be able to find my way back. I will get lost. So, I mean, this looks like a good path. Does that go over the river? Discovered a new location. Yay! That looks like an ether shard. Broken one, though. Look how it is. I have any quests, though. Can talk to him? Oh, Ulfenold says, but 15 years abandoned, and already Sharlayan has fallen into such disarray. Verily, a city is no more than its inhabitants. Vishtula says, the bridge ahead is collapsed. I am afraid we shan't be crossing there, but worry not. I know another way. See you the tower and structure to the north? We should be able to cross there. Tower and structure to the north. Unless she means that. What is that? Well, I mean, it does look like a circular bridge. Alright. Wish I could fly. I'll come get it later. Oh, hello. Illishire. Ishtola says, knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of the Sharlayan engraved upon the yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. Ishtola continues, during the 6th astral era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas to Erosia in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered. And so much so that it came to be counted amongst Erosia's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a faded memory, with her keepers lost to her. Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Ooh, question mark, says, push, Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers, is on cusp of new age of glory. Who said that? Oh! Hello. Elfenald says, goblins here to plunder the city? Well-spoken goblin goes, Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Okay. Ishtola says, your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Elfenald's. We were born here. Well-spoken goblin says, "Psh! When Uplanders abandoned city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here are no. Uplanders are trespassers." That makes sense. Olfenod says, "My friends, please. We did not come to dispute your claim on this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river." Olfenod says, "Be calm, I beg you. Let us speak like civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding." Slowfix says, "Psh, if that is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement." Okay. We are, awesome. There's an Aether Crystal. I'm going to go tag it before turning in quest. Because I'll forget. Boop. There we go. Alright, he is over here, yeah. Slowfix says, "Push, here's Heart of Settlement, name of Illyshire." Midnight Dew says, "What have we got here? Guests?" Alphanode says, "Greetings to you. I am Alphanode Lolafar, and may I introduce my companions, Nyra Wulfenshade and Y'shtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend, and seek to cross the river." Midnight Dew says, "But finding the main bridge collapsed, you went looking for a detour, and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew. Is that right?" Y'shtola says, "That is the short of it, aye. This place, Illyshire, I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice it to say, I am surprised to find it so alive." Midnight Dew says, "Well, with all them precious artifacts laying about, 'twas only a matter of time afore treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his gobby friends were already settled." Slowfix says, "At first, gobbies and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came, then friendship. Now gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build great new nation." Y'shtola says, "So that is what happened after we Sharlayans departed." Midnight Dew says, "Oh, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope. All those nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Felt like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. not to sound ungrateful, but the traps you people left laying about are a bloody nuisance, and there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Slowfix says, Slowfix has bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understand is helping one another. Help citizens of Illushire and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross the river. Ulfenold says, well, I am not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. Let's grab that one. Slowfix says, so Uplanders agree to help. Good. Here is what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Illyshire, get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayan, yes? Sharlayan should know best way to deal with creatures. Yeah, that makes sense. Yashtolo says, so we are to eliminate the golems. That should be a simple enough affair. The automata were employed as sentinels, and by design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses. I see no reason why it should not still work. Let us divide the task between the three of us, and the quicker to be finished with it. Okay, with the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter the coded command, noughts and crosses, to unmake a golem. Okay, so let's set this to Say. There we go. Okay. Let's type in there real quick. Not sure if it has to be case sensitive, but oops. Okay, and then we should be able to just, yep. Okay. Oh, perfect. Passcode still works. With a shudder, the golem crumbles to pieces. Okay, I need one more. There it is. With a shudder, the golem crumbles to pieces. Alright. Okay, Slowfix. Slowfix says, golems are no more. Wonderful. Now we can resume work to expand settlement. Yes, you can. That is slightly better. They're huge. Sure, why not? Oh, there's a few things I can wear. Can I? Oh, perfect. There we go. Great. Slowfix says, Push Uplanders helped Gobby flock. Earned right to be citizens of Illishire, but Slowfix must ask another favor. Ophenald says, another favor, you say? Slowfix says, short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins, show no mercy even towards Gobbykin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friend before Illuminati do. Y'shtola says, I'm suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Yeah. Ophenald says, be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. Yeah. Okay. In the Maker's Quarter? The Maker's Quarter. Oh. That's back outside. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Alright, we need to go. Wait, is that it? Huh. There's a small little campman over there. That's where we need to go. Whew. Boingy, 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 boingy. What is over here? Huh. Well, it's a fate. Oops. Dividend Tinkerer. 55 feet. Huh. Let's just keep going. We are getting close. Alright. Broken Aetherial Shard. Oh, this way. What? Oh. Near this way. So there's an ether current. Northwest. Oh, there it is. I see it. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. It's a big building in the way. Oh, the lights are still on. Oh, it's because the other goblins are here. Oh, that would be why. That makes sense. Aha. I found you. A duty. Alright, let's wreak some havoc. Oh, just hello an Offenod. Brave Flux All Talk says, goodly Uplander, long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Does Uplander have lust eyes for a chunk of Brave Flux? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brave Flux. Brave Flux is finding junk first. Y'shtola says, I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Bray Flux. It has been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Waistcott gave me to understand that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati held territory. Is it wise to be here? Bray Fox all taxes. Prusha. Bray Fox eat Illuminati for sunupses. Sunupses, yeah. Well, here comes 4 of them. Quick thinks all thoughts. Prush. Who eats who for sunups? Brave Fox all toss goes, ah! And Quick thinks all thoughts says, Brave Fox all talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty talking secret knowings of cheese make from Illuminati. Brave Fox all talks says, Brave Fox did no unright. Cheese recipe is a gobby birthright. Quick thinks all thoughts says, save the tongue flaps for trading in Death Pit. Oh. That looks like a tank. Shaped like a helmet, but a tank nonetheless. This is going to get ugly fast. Quick thinks all thoughts says, pray to Glob Fathers, for punishment is near times. Y'shtola says, it appears we have no choice. It does appear so. Okay, let's pull down that. Okay. Okay, that one's down. Ouch. I tickled. Isn't there another one? Yeah. That's a bomb. There we go. Oh, crap. That's not good. Ow. Okay. Let's try that again. Alright, let's skip our cutscene. Go straight to the fight. Alright. Let's go over here. Where are these? Whoa. Okay, we survived. Hey, Goblin Tinkerer. Was down. Okay, I think that's it. Alright. Second time's a charm. Okay. Brave Fox all Toxus. Illuminati no match for furious gobfists of Brave Fox. Flux. Brave Lux all talks continues. More junk is awaiting Brave Flux muchly. Brave Flux is taking leave of the Flanders. Everybody shrugs. Alright. I got to Skittles. I gotta, go pick someone up. So, Yeah, apologies, but I do gotta do what I do gotta do. So, yep. I'll be back tomorrow, so don't dishearten. I will be back. So tomorrow, same time. Yeah. So yep. See y'all later. Wreak havoc and have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye.